What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on BABA stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this company. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video, let me show you more thoroughly. I made my previous video right here, when we touched this range of support and we formed some kind of triple bottom. And I've told you that we should take a closer look on this range of resistance, and probably this range of resistance, if it would been broken, we might have this range as the range of support. And definitely we should have been retested it from the top, and with increasing volume should go higher. But instead of this, we broke it to the upside as the range of resistance, but we broke it to the downside as well. And for now, we are hovering again below this range, and we are approaching again to this range of support at $87.5, roughly this range. And definitely it is quite confusing what should we expect next, but from the fundamental standpoint, I have some news for you that might drive the price of this company higher. And first of all, let me show you why we have this decrease in its price. This article on monthlyfool.com was published on September 13th, and it's titled "Why Alibaba, Mercado Libre and Sea Limited stocks plunged Tuesday." And the key points are following. A key measure of inflation jumped more than anticipated. A long-term outlook makes these stocks compelling opportunities. And let me quote you this. Despite thorough search of all the usual sources, regulatory filings, earnings websites, etc., there was no company-specific news that could be found to explain this slump in stock price. This suggests that investors were clearly spooked by the ongoing battle with inflation and how the Federal Reserve Bank will respond to it in near future. So you all know that yesterday Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics released its summary, and they rose the inflation rates to 8.3% compared to a year-ago period. And definitely it was very scary for a lot of investors, because the forecast was at roughly 8.1%. But it was lower than we had previously in July, and the previous number was 8.5%. Definitely it is still very high number. 8.3% is very high number, and we have to be very cautious because of this. And during these harsh times on the market, we have to take a closer look on these fundamental numbers, because overall, let me show you what these numbers make with the S&P 500 index. As you can see, we are basically on a bloodbath during last day. We were on this bloodbath, and for now I think we might see today some kind of bounce to the upside. And definitely this bloodbath of yesterday's movement drove the price of BABA from its recent point for about 5%. Definitely huge decrease in its price. And what should we expect next? Let me show you right here. The news wasn't all bad. There was a steady decline from record high fuel prices, sending the gasoline index down a whopping 10.6% year over year and 5% for the month. Unfortunately, the falling gas prices weren't enough to offset higher costs for housing, medical care and food. Prices in grocery aisle were particularly noteworthy, up 11.6% year over year, making the largest annual increase since 1979. And definitely the decrease in gas prices should be reflected in the price of basically every goods, especially food market. And for now we have to wait. I think a couple of weeks to couple of months when we might see this decrease in food prices. And in this case we might see lower inflation rates overall, and this might drive the entire market higher. Let me show you this information. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell made it clear that inflation was public enemy number one, and the central bank would use all the tools and at its disposal to clamp down on rising prices, including additional aggressive rate hikes. I can assure you that my colleagues and I are strongly committed to this project, and we will keep at it until the job is done, Powell said in a speech last week. Market watchers took this as a clear signal that the Fed would rise interest rates by 0.75% again when it meets next week, which would mark the third consecutive increase of that magnitude in just 4 months. So definitely this was the main reason of the movement of market to the downside, and that's why I think we cannot rely of this decrease in BABA price as the major movement with their fundamentals. So, and let me show you why I think we might see a bounce and why this bounce might happen basically next week. So, I showed you on my previous video this article, and it was published on September the 4th, and it's titled "The US and China are one step closer to preventing stocks like Alibaba from delisting. What to watch next?" And I want to quote you just first key bullet. The US Public Company Accounting Oversight Board said its inspectors are set to arrive in Hong Kong in mid-September, shortly after which all audit work papers requested by the PCAOB must be made available to them. Definitely, the mid-September, and we don't have the specific date, mid-September might be the crucial point for all the Chinese stocks, especially for BABA, because BABA is in the top of the list which companies will be discovered at the very beginning of this inspection. And definitely, when we'll see this deployment, so-called deployment, in order to see these documents, BABA might bounce to the upside. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, as I already mentioned, we broke this range of support, and for now we have the next level, and basically it is the triple bottom level right now at the price point of roughly $87.5. And in my opinion, we might retest it in upcoming sessions, and then as you can see, we might see the deployment of the SEC Commission in order to make an audit of Chinese firms, and only this event might drive the price of Alibaba higher, and probably it might happen somewhere from September 16th to September 20th, and in this at this very point we might see a bounce to the upside. And definitely, if you want to try to catch this trade, and if you are risky enough, you can accumulate your position all the way down to this previous bottom at the ranges of about $87, and you should put your stop loss slightly below this range, because if this range of support will be broken, definitely we will see the retest of some lower prices at price point of roughly $82 to $81.5. And if you want to catch the trade with more certainty, just wait for the bounce to the upside, wait for the retracement, and on this retracement you will be able to re-enter your position with the price targets at roughly, let me show it to you, we still have this previous swing high at $124.84 as the highest, as the swing high of the recent price action that was made at the very beginning of July, and this implies the upside potential of roughly 40% depending on your entry point. So definitely it is a quite good setup, and we have to be prepared for this, but all in all I have to say in the long term this asset is still very attractive, because they have a very strong business, they have very strong fundamentals, and when we will see the decrease in these tensions between the United States and the China's authorities, definitely this company will skyrocket. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just